So this is part 2 of the further maths question 9 to 15. If you are not subscribed, do so for more exciting videos such as this. Chemistry, technical drawing, English, and economics will be posted here. So stay tuned. Let's go to question 9a. It says, solve the following system of linear equation using determinant method. Determinant method, also called the Cramer's rule. So to do so, I will get the coefficient of m, n, and p from equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. So I'll call that data. So let's go. Number 9a. So my data equals to coefficient of m is 1, n is 1, p is 1. Second equation, we have 2 minus 1, 3. Third equation, 3, 2 minus 1. So our determinant of the data equals to determinant of 1, 2, 3, 1 minus 1, 2. Then we have 1, 3 minus 1. So as you know, plus, minus, and plus. So if I simplify the first one, this one now implies 1. I will take the minus, minus 1, 2, 3 minus 1. Minus 1. I will take the minor, 2, 3, 3 minus 1. Then plus, I will take the minor of the last one, which is 2, 3 minus 1 and 2. So if I simplify this, I'm going to have 1 into 1 minus 6 minus 1 into minus 2 minus 9. Yes, plus 1 into plus 1 into, here is now 4 plus 3. So I believe you know how to simplify determinant. So the determinant now is now minus 5 plus 11 plus 7. What's this one giving to us? Minus 5 plus 11 plus 7. That will give us 13. So let's look for the determinant of x. So delta x now, that means I'll use equal to 5, 16, and 1 to replace all the coefficients of m. So I'm going to have 5, 16, 1. For coefficient of m and not delta s, delta m. Then here will become 1 minus 1, 2, 1, 3, 1 minus 1, 3. So 1 minus 1 and 3. So here also remains plus, minus, plus. Do the same thing. So first, I will take the determinant of m now. The determinant of m equals to determinant 5, 16, 1, 1 minus 1, 2, 1 minus 1, 3. So that will give me 5. I will take the minus. I will have minus 1, 2, minus 1, 3. Then minus 1. The minor, 16, 1, minus 1, 3. Then plus 1, plus 1. And we have plus 1. We have 16, 1, and then minus 1, 2. So if I simplify this, I'm going to have 5 into minus 3. I'm going to have minus 3, and minus 3. Let me check. Minus 3 plus 2. That's what I will have from there. Minus 3. Okay. Here is this 3 minus 1. So here is supposed to be 3. Here is 3. Yes, 3, yes, minus 1. So take note from the equation. We have 3. We have 3 here and minus 1. So it was a mistake. So here remain 3, positive 3. There's negative 1. Okay. There is positive 3, negative 1. Okay, so that's what we have. So if I simplify that, I'm going to have positive 1. Let me erase the whole of this. I'm going to have so implies 5 into 1 minus 6 minus 1 into, here will remain 16 minus 16 minus 3 plus 1 into 32 plus 1. So if I simplify, here will give me minus 25, because 1 minus 6 minus 5 times 5 minus 25, here will give me plus 19, here will give me plus 33. So the determinant of m now will give us minus 25 plus 19 plus 33, we're going to have 27. So I will come back and replace the coefficient of n. So m now will remain the same. So delta n now I'm going to have determinant of 1, 2, 3. I'm not replacing the n now. 5, 16, 1, and then 1, 3, minus 1. So yes, plus, minus, and plus. So I'm having 1. I will take the 16, 1, 3 minus 1, minus 5, 2, 3, 3 minus 1, plus 1. Yes, now 2, 3, 16, 1. So if I simplify, this one now implies 1 into minus 16 minus 3, minus 5 into minus 2 minus 9, plus 1 into 2 minus 48. So what are we having from here? You're giving minus 19. There's now negative 11 times negative 5, that will give us plus 55. Here's minus 46. If I add up, what am I having? That will give me minus 10. So finally, I will replace all the p's now with 5, 16, and 1. So if I should do that, I'm going to have delta p. The determinant of delta p now is not determinant. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 1 minus 1, 2, 5, 16, 1. The same process, plus, minus, and plus. So I'm having 1 into minus 1, 2, 16, 1, minus 1 into 2, 3, 16, 1, and plus 5 into 2, 3, minus 1, 2. So let's see, I'm having 1 into minus 1 minus 32, minus 1 into 2 minus 48, plus 5 into 4 plus 3. So what happened here? It will give us minus 33, it will give us plus 46, give us this is 7, which is 35. So if you add minus 33 plus 46 plus 35, that will give us 48. So I'm to find m, n, and n now. I'm going to have for m, which is become determinant of delta m over determinant. Well, determinant of delta m, we solved that before. The value is 27, so we are having 27 over determinant. We look for the other time, the value is 13. So I will have my n is the determinant of delta n over the determinant. What's our delta n? We got minus 10 over 13. Then finally, we have p is the determinant of p over the determinant. So we got p quite long. Let me verify again. We have 48. So the answer is now 48 over 13. So this is the solution to the question. You can verify it by substituting m, n, and p into one of the equations to see if they give you that equal sign. So that is for that. Then 9b said the second term of an arithmetic progression is 25. If it's sum to infinity is this, find the possible common ratios. Second term is going to have 25, sum to infinity is 2500 over 9. So 9b. So its common ratio second term is 25, which also implies that a arrow is equals to 25. Second term is first times and common ratio. Then it gave us sum to infinity as 2500 over 9. And the formula is a into 1 minus arrow. Okay, so let's make equation 2. So let's make a disorder formula from 2. So I will say from 2, I'm going to have 9a is equals to 2500 into 1 minus arrow. So what will now be my a? My a now will be 2500 over 9, okay, 1 minus arrow. Let's take this as equation 3. So put a from 3 into 1. Put that in writing. Put a from 3 into 1. So we're having a arrow is equals to 25. So here I see here I'm putting 2500 over 9 into 1 minus arrow. So we're going to have 2500 over 9, 1 minus arrow equals to 25. Okay, so I can cross multiply. I'm having 2500 arrow into 1 minus arrow equals to 25 times 9. So my arrow into 1 minus arrow will be 25 times 9 divide to 500. So 25 here 1, 25 here will give us 100. So I cross multiply. I'm having 100 arrow into 1 minus arrow equals to 9. So let's open the brackets. In the left hand side, it will give me 100 arrow minus 100 arrow squared equals to 9. Since we have arrow square and arrow here, it's leading us to a quadratic equation. Let us rearrange it. This one implies 100 arrow squared by carrying everything to the right hand side minus 100 arrow plus 9 is equals to 0. So to find arrow now, I will simply factorize it. So what can I multiply to have positive 900? If I add, I have minus 100. It's minus 90 and minus 10. So I'm going to have 100 arrow squared minus 90 arrow minus 10 arrow plus 9 is equals to 0. I'll bracket the first two, which is 100 arrow squared minus 90 arrow, and the last two, 10 arrow minus 9 is equals to 0. So what is common from the first bracket? 10 arrow is common. Here remains 10 arrow minus 9. What is common from the second bracket? 1 is a common factor. 10 arrow minus 9 equals to 0. So what do we have here? We have 10 arrow minus 1, 10 arrow minus 9 equals to 0. So 10 arrow minus 1 equals to 0, or 10 arrow minus 9 equals to 0. Therefore, my arrow from the first one is now 1 over 10 or 9 over 10. So these are the possible values of the common ratio. So question 9 has been trashed. So let's go to question 10. So write down the binomial expansion of 1 plus y raised to the power 5, simplifying all the terms. Simplifying all the terms. No, question 10. The binomial expansion, question 10a. Binomial expansion of 1 plus y raised to the power 5. So here becomes 5 combination 0, 1, then y. Here is 5 and 0, plus 5 combination 1, 1, y. Here is now 4 and 1, plus 5 combination 2. Here is 1, y. Here is 3, 2, plus 5 combination 3. Here is 1, y. Here is 2, 3, plus 5 combination 4, 1, y. Here is 1, 4, plus 5 combination 5, 1, y. Here is 0, 5. So recall what the formula for combination. We know that n combination arrow is n factorial over n minus arrow factorial arrow factorial. So for the first expression, 5 combination 0 is going to give us 1. 5 combination 1 is going to give us 5. 5 combination 2 is going to give us 10. Then 5 combination 3 is also 10. 5 combination 4 is 5. And lastly, 5 combination 5 is equals to 1. So if you substitute it into the expansion, what are we having? We're going to have 1 into, the first one is 1 into 1 bracket 1. Second is now 5 into 1 y. The third is now 10 into 1 y squared. The fourth is 10, 1 y cubed, plus the fifth is 5, 1 y 4, and sixth is 1 y 5. So let's expand or multiply each of them. I'm going to have 1 plus 5y plus 10y squared plus 10y cubed plus 5y4 plus y5. So this is the binomial expansion of that expression. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so. Like, share, and comment. And so hold on for our further maths and chemistry, English, and economics. So stay tuned for them. So let's go to, done that, let's go to 10b. It says substitute y equals to 1 over 2x in 10a and deduce expression of this. So we are putting y equals to 1 over 2x. So 10b, my y is simply 1 over 2x. Remember we expanded 1 plus y now raised to the power 5 was expanded into 1 plus 5y plus 10y squared plus 10y cubed plus 5y4 plus y5. So if I substitute y as 1 over, here become 1 plus 1 over 2x raised to the power 5. Then you see up to, as far as x raised to the power 3, we are stopping at x raised to the power 3. So I'm going to have 1 plus 5, my y now is 1 over 2x plus 10, 1 over 2x raised to the power 2 plus 10 again, 1 over 2x raised to the power 3. So we stop here according to the question requirement. So here become 1 plus 5 over 2x plus 10 times 1 over 4x squared plus 10 times 1 over 8x cubed. Continues. So let's simplify now. Here become 1 plus 5 over 2x. I cancel out. Here becomes 5x squared over 2 plus, I cancel out. Here is 5x4 over 4. Continue like that. So this is the expression if you substitute y as x over 2. Then C, say calculate the value of x such that 1 over 2x is 1.025. So times C. Said 1 plus 1 over 2x is equals to 1.025. So I can write this as 1 plus 1 over 2x. I write this as 1 plus 0.025. So if we compare now, I'm going to have 1 over 2x equals to 0.025. What is now my x? 0.025 times 2. So if you do that, what are we having as x? So x will give us 0. If I multiply 0.025 times 2 That will give us 0.05. That's not the value of x, 0.05. So if x is 0.05, say evaluate 1.205. So if we want to evaluate 1.025 raised to the power 5 can be written as 1 plus 0.025 raised to the power 5. Okay, so what does that imply? So let's substitute in our x. So we're going to have, that implies 1. You put it back into the original expression, which is put it back to the original expression, which is the substitute into this expression. So I'm going to have our x is 0.05. That is the value of x, 0.05. So I'm going to have 1 plus 5 over 2, 0.05 plus 5 over 2, 0.05 squared plus 5 over 4, 0.05 raised to power 3. I simplify here, give me 1 plus. So 0.05 times 5 divided by 2, that will give us 0.125. Then if I square 0.05 squared times 5 divided by 2, that will give me 0.006625 plus, do the same thing, 0.05 raised to the power 3 times 5 divided by 4 times 5 divided by 4. That will give us 0.00015625. If we add up, what are we having? We're going to have 1 point. Final result now is 1.131. That is solution to question 10C. So let's make progress to 11. Question 11. Question 11 is equation of a cycle. Question 11, equation of a cycle. They gave us the 3 coordinates A, B, and C. So 11A. Equation of cycle is x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equals to 0. The first part given to us is 4, 1. That's the first coordinate, 4, 1. So meaning x is 4, y is 1. Let's substitute it. Here becomes 4 squared plus 1 squared plus 2g bracket 4 plus 2f bracket 1 plus c is equals to 0. So here is now 17 plus 8g plus 2f plus c is equals to 0. So I'm having 8g plus 2f plus c equals to minus 17. Equation 1. So the second coordinate is 5 and 4. Substitute back into this original equation. To this original, and you see x equals 5 and you see y equals 4. Also, I'm going to have 5 raised to the power 4 plus 4 to the power 2 plus 2g bracket 5. Then plus 2f bracket 4 plus c is equals to 0. Here's now 25 plus 16 plus 10g plus 2f plus c is equals to 0. So what are we having? I'm going to have 10g plus 2f plus c equals to minus 41. Let's take this equation 2. Then lastly, the third coordinate. Third coordinate is minus 3 and 8. So x is minus 3, y is 8. You put it back. We're going to have minus 3 squared plus a squared plus 2g minus 3 plus 2f 8 plus c is equals to 0. Here is now 9 plus 64 minus cg plus 16f plus c is equals to 0. So what happens? 16 plus 9 is that should give us 73. So I'm going to have minus cg plus 16f plus c also minus 73. Let's call this equation 3. So how do we solve equation 1, 2, and 3 now simultaneously to find g, f, and h? So very simple. What you do in a situation like this is equation, I would say equation 1 minus equation 2, and also equation 1 minus equation 3. So we can eliminate the constant from the equation, which is c. We can eliminate the c from the equation. So equation 1 minus equation 3, that will give us let's see, 1 from 3. So when you say ag minus equation 2 is so 10g. So ag minus ag minus 10 g, that will give us what? Minus 2g. Then we have 2f minus 8f, that will give us minus 6f. Then we have minus 17 minus equation minus 17 minus 41, which is c minus 6, 0. So we're going to have minus 17 plus 41. Then because minus sign is in the 41, they become plus. So I'm having minus 2g minus 6f is equals to, subtract both of them, that will give us 24. So if there's a common factor, which I go through, I'm having minus g minus, minus plus g plus 3f. If I divide through by minus, plus or minus 12, equation 4. So let's also subtract equation 1 from 3. If you do that, we're going to have, let's check equation 1. So I'm dealing with 8g, that gives minus cg, that will give us 14g. Only 14g. If you do the other one, you could do minus 14f is equals to minus 17 plus 73, because 71, 3 also have a negative sign, so minus minus will produce a plus. So I'm having 14g minus 14f is equals to minus 73 plus minus 17 plus 73, that will give us a 56. 14 can divide through, so I'm having g minus f is equals to 4, equation 5. So we solve equation 5 and 4 simultaneously. So I can subtract equation 4 from 5. So I will say equation 4 minus equation 5. That should happen. What are we saying? So g minus g is 0. So 3f minus minus f, that is 4f. Okay, so we're having 4f is equals to, then here is minus 12 minus 4, that will give us minus 16. Therefore my f is simply minus 16 over 4, that will give us minus 4. To find g now, let's put the value of f. Let's put the value of f into equation 5. So to start, we'll get g. So equation 5 says from 5 we have g minus f is equals to 4. So what is my f? So I'm having g minus 4 equals to 4. I'm having g plus 4 equals to 4. So my g is simply 4 minus 4. The value is 0. My g says 0. So let's find c by putting the value of f and g into equation 1, 2, or 3. Any of them can serve. So I will say from equation 1. Equation 1 says ag plus 2f plus 6 equals to minus 17. So having 8 bracket 0 plus 2 bracket minus 4 plus 6 equals to minus 17. So 8 and 0 is 0. Yes, now minus 8 plus 6 equals to minus 17. So my c now is now minus 17 plus of 8. What are we having? That will give us minus 17 plus 8. That will give us minus 9. That will give us minus 9. That's the value of c. So let's put back into our equation. Equation says x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus 6 equals to 0. So what are we having? So give us x squared plus y squared plus 2x. What's our g? Our g is 0 plus 2y. What's our f? Minus 4. 6 minus 9 equals to 0. So I'm having x squared plus y squared minus 8f minus 8y minus 9 is equals to 0. So this is the equation of the cycle according to question 11a. So let's go to 11b. I go to 11b. So find the center and radius of the equation. Remember the equation we just gotten? That is 11a Roman figure 2. 11a Roman figure 2. So we should find the center and radius. The equation says x squared plus y squared minus 8y minus 9 is equals to 0. So first of all, you remove the constant. I'm going to have x squared plus y squared minus 8y equals to 9. So I'm having x squared plus y squared minus 8y equals to 9. So if you apply the concept of completely the square, here becomes x minus 0 all squared. Here becomes y minus 4 squared equals to 9. 9 plus minus 4 squared. So here becomes x minus 0 squared y minus 4 squared equals to 9 plus 16. That will give me 25. So we are having, I write this as x minus 0 squared plus y minus 4 squared equals to 5 squared. So if I compare with the equation of circle, here we say x minus a squared plus y minus b squared is equals to r squared. So the centers now, the center, which is my a comma b, is now 0 comma 4, while the radius is 5. While the radius is 5. So that is question 11a, Roman figure 1 and 2. Let's go to question 11b. Say find the equation of the line passing through the point 3, 4 and it's perpendicular to 3x plus 2y equals to 4. It's perpendicular straight line equation. So let's take 11b. Say 3x plus 2y equals to 4. The point is 3, 4. So let's first of all make y the subject formula. I'm having 2y equals to minus 3x plus 4. Where's my y? Minus 3 over 2x plus 4 over 2. Compared to equation of straight line, y is what? mx plus c. Therefore means that my m is minus 3 over 2. So for a perpendicular equation, we know that m1, m2 is equals to minus 1. I'm having minus 3 over 2, m2 equals to minus 1. Therefore, my m2 simply minus 1 over minus 3 over 2, which is minus 2 over minus 3. Minus go with minus. My m2 now is 2 over 3. So with this, I can find the equation of the line that says y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. So I'm having y minus 4, which is the first coordinate point, is equals to my m now, which is the gradient, 2 over 3, 2 over 3 into x minus 3. The cross multiply, I'm having 3 into y minus 4 equals to 2 into x minus 3. I'm having 3y minus 12 equals to 2x minus 6. So if I rearrange, I'm going to have 3y minus 2x equals to minus 6 plus 12. 3y minus 2x equals to 6. So this is a perpendicular straight line equation. So that's question 11. Let's go to question 12. Go to question 12 and see question 12. It said a uniform ladder, question 12. It said a uniform ladder of length 10 meters and mass this rests with one end against a rough vertical wall and the other end on a rough horizontal ground. So let's illustrate that first. So let's say this is the wall. So let's say this is the wall. A ladder rests on it like this, and this is the floor, for instance. So the length of this ladder, according to the question, is 10 meters. So from here to here is 10 meters. And the ladder has a mass of 40 kilograms. The mass will be at the center of gravity, which is CG. The mass will be there, which is 400 Newton. 400 Newton. Okay, let's continue reading the question. It says it rests against a rough horizontal ground. That means the ground is not straight, it's rough. Here will become arrow 1. The frictional force will oppose it, which is mu arrow 1. Okay, and also a rough vertical wall. So here becomes arrow 2. Here becomes mu arrow 2, which is something as the frictional force. Okay, so now I say the coefficient in use point of contact 0.4. Use the ladder as a point of slippery. Calculate the normal reaction on the ground, which is normal reaction on the ground is our arrow 1. So it says you are asking to find arrow 1. So by mere looking at this ladder, you know there's an angle here. Let's call it theta. So if I apply the concept of, let me call it point A, B, and C. If I apply the concept of SOHCAHTOA, the BC, opposite hypotenuse, will give us 10 sine theta. Then our AC will give us 10 cos theta. Then the weight of this object of the meter rule from here to here, which is half of it, from here to here is 5 meters. Y from here is also 5 meters. So you can see from this point we have a little triangle here. So if I should estimate the distance from, let me call here point D, distance from A to D, let me put it here. My A to D now will give me 5 cos theta. This is what we have. So from here now I can get the resolve these forces and get the answer for R1. So we know at equilibrium, condition for equilibrium is summation f of x is equals to 0. So we are just acting horizontally. I'm having mu R1 minus R2 is equals to 0. So if I make R2 the subject formula, will give me 0.4 R1, equation 1. Coefficient of point of contact is 0.4. So let's also get the sum of forces acting vertically. What are we having? Our mu R2 is vertical, 400 is vertical, and the R1 is vertical. So I'm going to have mu R2 plus R1 minus 400 is equals to 0. So I'm having 0.4 R2 plus R1 equals to 400. Let's take this equation 2. This R2. Okay. So I'm having R2 minus mu R1. Then here is R1 R2. So let's substitute the value of R2 from 1 into equation 2. So I will say put R2 from 1 into 2. So I'm having 0.4 into 0.4 R1 plus R1 is equals to 400. So if I multiply 0.4 times 0.4, that will give us 0.4 times 0.4, that will give us 0.16 R1 plus R1 is equals to 400. That will give us 1.16 R1 equals to 400. So my R1 is simply 400 divided 1.16. What are we having? 400 divided 1.16. That is 344.8. 344.8 Newton. So that's Roman figure 1. Let's go to Roman figure 2. So find the frictional force on the wall. Each frictional force on the wall, which is our mu R2. So I need to get R2 by putting the value of R1 into equation 1. So I will say from 1, Roman figure 2 now. From 1, our R2 is 0.4 R1. So my R2 now is 0.4 into 344.8. So what is my R2? So 344.8 times 0.4, that will give me 137.9. 137.9 Newton. That's the frictional force now. F R9 is simply mu R2, which is 0.4 bracket 137.9. That we having. That gives us 55.2 Newton. That's not the frictional force on the wall. So calculate the angle of inclination of the ladder to the ground, which is our theta. So to find theta, we take moments at point A. Take moment at point A. That means this force is going to point A. This one is heading to point A. This one is also going to point A. By following the concept of clockwise equals to anti-clockwise. So 400 Newton times the distance to point A is 5 cos theta. So it's going clockwise. So I'm going to have Roman figure 3. 12 Roman figure 3. 12 Roman figure 3. So I'll say sum of moment at point A is equals to 0. So I'm having 400 times 5 cos theta. Then the arrow 1, the arrow 2 is moving anti-clockwise. And what the value of arrow 2? We just calculated for it. Our arrow 2 was is 137.9. Let's just take it as 138. So we're having 138. 138. What is the perpendicular distance to that 138? Is 10 sine 138. Okay, is 10 cos theta. So I'm having minus 138 times 10 cos theta. Then the arrow 2 alone itself, the arrow 2 coming, okay, okay, 1 times 10 sine theta. I have to be sure. Here is sine, here is sine, not cos. Then the 55.2 is our frictional force, is now 10 cos theta. So I'm having minus 55.2 times 10 cos theta is equal to 0. So here will give me 2000 cos theta, then minus 1380 sine theta, minus, let me say here is 550.2 cos theta is equal to 0. So 55.2 times 10, 552, I mean, is 552. Fatigue is coming in, cos theta equals to 0. So I will add those I can add. I can add 2000 cos theta from, subtract it from 552 cos theta. So 2000 minus 552. That will give us 1448. So I'm having 1448 cos theta is equals to 1380 sine theta. So if I can write this as sine theta over cos theta equals to 1448 over 1380. What are we having? If I divide, I'm going to have 1.04927. But you have to recall that sine theta over cos theta is tan theta, which is 1.04927. So my theta now is not the tan inverse of 1.094927. So theta is equals to, so second function tan of that gives us approximately 46 degrees. So this question is above your pay grade, or just YX students and NECO students above your pay grade. So let's go to question 13. Question 13 says, a car of mass this is moving with the constant force P in Newton from this to this. So calculate the distance of this, find the acceleration, similar to the first one we did. Number 13 now. They gave us mass as 850 kilogram. Initial velocity is 14 meters per second. Final velocity is 16 meters per second. Then say travel a distance of 60 meters, so my x is 60 meters. Question 1 says you should find the acceleration. So by inviting the third equation of motion, we have v squared equals to u squared plus 2ax. So I'm having 2ax is equals to v squared minus u squared. So it implies that a is simply v squared minus u squared over 2x. So let's substitute. My a will be what? 16 squared minus 14 squared over 2 times of 60. So what's the 16 squared? That will give us 16 squared from my calculator is 256 minus 196 over 120. So what am I having? 60 over 120. So 60 divided 120, our A will be 0.5 meter per second square. Then 2, it says you calculate the first P. 13A Roman figure 2. A Roman figure 2. P, which is the force, is MA. So my P now is simply 850, which is the mass, times 0.5. So our P is what? 850 times 0.5, that will give us 425 Newton. Then Roman figure 3, it says calculate the distance it will travel when you increase speed to 25. So if the speed has been increased to 25, we are going to have Roman figure 3, 13A Roman figure 3. So V now, let's say V prime is now 25 meter per second. Okay? The distance now x from the third equation 2 v squared minus u squared over 2a, which is 25 squared minus 14 squared over 2 times 0.5. I'm having 625 minus 196 over 1. So the x now is now what? 625 minus 196, that will give us 429 meters. That is 13A. Let's look at 13B. This is resolution of forces, resultant force, say force this and this and the other point Q. Find the resultant force. So let me resketch the figure where you have 4, 8, and then 4, 6, and 8. So 13B. Have a force system like this. Here is Q. Here is 8 Newton. Here is 6 Newton. And here is 4 Newton. And the angle here are given. You have 60, 30. So don't forget, this is our y-axis, but this is our x-axis. So you can see the angles are inclined to the y-axis. So let's find every quadrant is 90. Here becomes 30. Here becomes 60. So with that, I can resolve the first number by looking for summation f of x. Here we give half 6 cos 30 minus 4 cos 60. So here is positive. Cos here is positive, cos here is negative. So that's why I'm having negative there. So we are going to have 6 cos 30 minus 4 cos 60. You do it directly, your calculator, I'm having 3.196 Newton. I also resolve for the y-axis, which is summation f of y. I'm having 8 plus 6 sine 30 plus 4 sine 60. So summation f of y will give me what? So let me press calculator directly. That will give us 14 point. You can do it gradually if you want, or press directly. 464. Do it gradually, Newton, because most of them has mark according to the marking scheme. You might see things like that. And I do mark y and NECO, so do it gradually. So from here, I can get the ninth resultant force. If you are not subscribed, please do so. Net resultant force now. Here's my x, here's my y. We got the value here as 14.464 Newton. Here we got here as 3.196 Newton. Resultant force will come from the point of concurrency. of these two force. Here is now my arrow. This is the direction of the horizontal force. Let's call it phi. Here is 90. So I'm going to see that by applying Pythagoras theorem, I'm going to have r squared summation f of x squared plus summation f of y squared. So r squared will be what? Summation f of x 3.196 squared plus f of y 14.464 all squared. So if I add up directly from the calculator, 3.196 squared plus 14.46 all squared. You can do that, do yours gradually, so don't follow what I'm doing. You just when you're going to go to this stage, always do it gradually. Press the value of 3.196, write it down. The value of the square of 14.464, write it down. So this one now implies that my arrow, then you add up before you do this. My arrow now will give me square root of 219.42. So what's our arrow? Arrow now, its value is now 14.8 Newton. So you can also look for the direction by finding phi. I'm going to have tan phi, which is summation f of y over summation f of x. What's f of y? 14.464 divided by 3.196. That will give us 4.6349. So what is our phi now? Our phi now is tan inverse of 4.6349. Our phi is equal to what? If I press my calculator from here, it's going to give me 077.8 degrees. That's the direction of the horizontal force. So let's go to question 14. Okay, so we're done with the whole of 13. So this is 14. So 14 and 15, you can solve any one if you wish. So I will just take one because of time. I'm tired already. I will take question 14. That was easier. You see, two feathers are tossed, each other having this, are tossed together. Obtain all possible outcome of the product, not the sum. Take notes of the products of the number showing. So 14a. I'm going to have this. This is times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then there's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's find out. 1 times 1 is 1. Here is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Here's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Here's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Here is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Here is 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and 36, which is 6 times 6. So we have done that. Then B part, question B says find the probability of the product when multiples of 9. So let's find out the multiples of 9. Multiples B. Multiple of 9. So what are the multiples of 9? Let's go to our table. Let's find them out. The multiples of 9 will be 1, 9 itself, 2, 3. Those are the multiples of 9. So number of M9 is 3. So the sample space is always 36 when you throw 2 dice. So the probability now of multiples of 9 is simply the numbers of multiples of 9 over the sample space, which is 3 over 36. The answer will give us 1 over 12. Then let's see. Then question C, find the probability that the products or the product which are prime numbers. What are prime numbers? Factor is 1 and itself. 14C. So let's look for the prime numbers from the table. Let's check the prime numbers from the table. So we have the prime number now. We have 4 numbers. Factor is 1 and itself. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Equally have 5 is also a prime number. So we have 5. Then 6. Then 6. Okay. So we have 6 over 36. So prob P is number of P over sample space, which is 6 over 36. The answer is 1 over 6. Then question D, if a number is picked at random from the product, what is the probability that it's neither a odd nor or in multiples of 6? So the odd, let's find the odd from the table. I'm going to have 1, 3, 3, 5, 5. We have we have 15, so it's odd. We have 25, 15 again. These are odd numbers. Okay, how many odd numbers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 9 is also an odd number. So this is simple, just find your time to do that. 9. So I'm having 9 over 36. Then multiples of 6. That's what the question says. Or multiples of 6. What are the multiples of 6? Let's also find it from the table. Multiples of 6, we have 6. We have 12. This is 2. This is another 6. Another 6. Then another 12. Then we also have 18. It is a multiple of 6, which is this is 18, it's a multiple of 6. We have 24. Multiple of 6, multiples of 6. Now we have 30. It's multiples of 6. Multiple of 6. And we have 36 multiples of 6. I count the numbers. I don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're having 12. We're having 12. So 12, 14, D. Multiples of 6 is 12 over 36 plus, then the odd number, factor number that 2 cannot divide, counted them that time. Then we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 numbers. I hope I'm not making a mistake. Plus 8 over 36. Answer is 20 over 36, which is 5 over 9. And lastly, find the mean product. 14D. Our x bar is summation f of x over summation f. So please add all the numbers, divide by 36. I'm tired. Add all the numbers in the sample and add everything here and divide by 36. So that is now the mean number. If you have not subscribed, please do so, like, share, and comment. And subscribe to the channel. See you in our next video.